All right, welcome back to Fleckus Talks, a podcast, episode 286. Today on the show, free speech is under attack again. They're trying to put Shiloh Hendrix in jail for saying the N-word. Then, everyone is reacting like a real F-slur to the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce engagement. We're going to go over that in Cringe of the Week. Then we have some more info on the trans shooter, and we're going to tell you who the real mass shooters are. And last but not least, in Urban Decay, we are told jails are racist, but wait until you see how they keep letting the criminals go. All this and more is Fleckus Talks, the podcast, episode 286, ranked the best news podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words, but at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool.
It's Fleckus Talks, the podcast featuring Richard the Rap Boy.
Hey guys, it's the not so distant future, and unfortunately the show is canceled. We're not doing the show anymore because not enough of you guys joined Bonus Land. I think a lot of people thought that the Bonus Land call to action sign up thing was meant for someone else and they didn't really do it themselves. And because of that, we had to cancel the show because there's a whole operation here that needs to pay people, and we can't do that if people don't sign up for Bonus Land. So for that reason, the show is now canceled. This is the last episode of Fleckus Talks. We hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along the journey and putting us into your homes and making us part of your lives. But unfortunately, today's the last episode. Hope you guys like the old reruns. That's all you're going to get from here on out. Be sure to keep watching. We're all dead because of you. All right. Thank you to Bonus Land for sponsoring.
Thank you, Bonus Land.
Always good to support the show. Guys, 30-minute bonus episode after every episode. That's a lot.
That is.
It's like 4 hours a month, and we also have specials. There's Henchman Maxing 1 and 2. And keep in mind, it's the same cost as like the tip for the pizza man.
Yeah, and you don't even know the pizza guy.
Yeah, he's a stranger. You let us in your house. Yeah. And the pizza man brings you a pizza one time.
Yeah, we're in your house. You're falling asleep, and we're speaking. So, yeah, it's Bonus Land.
You're very comfortable around us. Just support us a little bit more. All right, let's get into the show. It's a Friday episode, which doesn't really make a difference. Everything,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have a packed script. We might go a little long today.
All right, broken record.
Same old, but you know the deal. We have a lot to get to. Let's jump right into it. We have an update on tariff numbers from Scott Bessent.
And I think we're going to see a bigger jump from August to September. So I think we could be on our way well over $500 billion, maybe towards the $1 trillion number. This administration, your administration, has made a meaningful dent in the budget deficit. The average budget deficit during this term is 26% less than the last 12 months under Biden.
Boring. No, I'm kidding. This is very good. Heading towards $1 trillion in tariff revenue, and then also the budget is 26% cheaper than Joe Biden's budget.
Yeah, it's nice. The tariff chumbies are starting to pile up, and that helps us, you know?
Yeah.
We're getting ripped off a lot.
I hope they take all the money and then they just divide it up and then give it to us in a check so we can all invest in shitcoins.
Okay, that would be what you like. Yeah. Inflationary shit. Thank you. We need that.
I need my assets to boom.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our next story. I think in the same meeting,
this was all from a White House cabinet group meeting. They do those every once in a while, so where they get everybody in a room, and I like it.
I like it,
It's
too.
like, say your piece. Tulsi Gabbard, what's going on with you? Scott Bessent, what's happening?
Yeah.
Everyone has to come prepared. People get a little nervous, probably.
It's like...
Imagine stuttering at the beginning.
It's like
Trump, boring, next. And he points to, like, the Secretary of Defense instead.
Yeah, it's like a school presentation or something. Everyone's standing around waiting to present.
And you know what? J.D. Vance is there. Vice President, man. That's a good job.
It's a good job.
And he's good because he gets to speak. He gets to say whatever he wants on random things, but no real responsibilities.
Yeah, it's like the backup quarterback.
Yeah, it feels good. Still gets a hot girlfriend. Doesn't really have to work that hard.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so Tulsi Gabbard did have a piece. She was talking about evidence they found in burn bags regarding the 2020 election fraud.
And you've also found many bags of information. I think they call them burn bags. They're supposed to be burned, and they didn't get burned, having to do with how corrupt the 2020 election was. And when will that all come out?
Mr. President, I will be the first to brief you once we have that information collected. But you're right, we are finding documents literally tucked away in the back of safes in random offices in these bags and in other areas, which again speaks to the intent of those who are trying to hide the truth from the American people and trying to cover up the politicization that was led by people like John Brennan and James Clapper and others.
Answer the question.
Yeah, no, she's gathering the evidence, but a lot of burn bags being found. Kash Patel reported burn bags being found in the FBI, right? Like a couple weeks ago. Now Tulsi Gabbard's finding more related to the election.
We made the point originally that they should just investigate everyone who requested a burn bag from 2020 to 2024. That's probably 80% of the bad guys.
I know, and they should not have jobs any longer. Well, and that's the problem. There are some legitimate needs to have a burn bag, I guess.
So
But I can't think of those right now.
Who is trying to burn stuff during Biden's term? Let's just go through that list.
One by one.
What were you burning? And this, it's still early, and I think they are obviously going to find conclusive evidence that the election was stolen in 2020 because everyone knows that. But that could make Ketanji Brown Jackson's Supreme Court seat illegitimate.
Yeah.
So we can get a new Supreme Court justice. And then on top of that, Trump might still be rightfully owed the 2020 term.
So he becomes the first three-term president, 2028.
Legally. You
Nah,
got to do it legally.
Nah.
But if he's owed that term, maybe you just keep running it.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Trump does the Trump 2028 just as a troll, just because he likes to see him squirm, and people get really mad at it. But you're right. I mean, he was owed something, but I guess it was made right. But then they let in 20 million migrants. So, yeah.
He's owed something. We're owed something.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to more election stuff. There is a new census coming, and we have some extrapolations of what it could look like. Can you read the Mario Nafal tweet?
Yeah, so everyone's anticipating this 2030 census, which is going to exclude illegal aliens. And so the 2030 census will shift electoral college votes by double digits, tilting the map towards the right. Democrats could sweep Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and even add Nevada and still lose the presidency. Why? Because California, New York, and Illinois are shrinking while Texas, Florida, and the South gain seats. So this is kind of a new look at a map. This is just an example map, but Texas would gain 3 seats, California would lose 3, Florida would gain 2, Georgia gains 1, Illinois loses 2, Pennsylvania loses 1. New York loses 1, Minnesota loses 1. So that's kind of a look at what the map could be. And then those are all key swing states where if that was done in 2024 or whatever, the Democrats would have won, and now it's Republicans. So that it matters a lot. Right?
Yeah, it does matter a lot. And this is like a peek behind their operation. Like, obviously, the illegals coming here, of course, some of them are voting illegally with driver's licenses and not Social Security cards. But also, bigger picture, when you do a census and you have 50 million illegals here, you get more seats than you would have gotten.
Yeah.
Like that, and then they stuff them in sanctuary cities, they stuff them in all these blue states, and that's how you get these numbers and the congressional seats mapped up in your favor.
Absolutely. And the census taker knocks on a 2-bedroom house in California and goes, "How many people are here?" And a Hispanic guy looks up and goes, 7. And he doesn't know the number. He doesn't know anything. But that gets counted towards the congressional seats and the electoral votes. So that's like a huge thing. And we keep getting teased about the census happening once every 10 years, but it doesn't mean it has to happen every 10 years on the 10 years. It can happen sooner. I saw DeSantis talking about it. Trump's obviously mentioned it, and I want to see that get done.
It needs to happen now.
They're stealing from us. Like there's an active, they're stealing from us. They're disenfranchising you. They're disenfranchising me. I'm a Florida voter. I'm currently being disenfranchised, brother.
Doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good. And that's excluding illegals even trying to actually vote.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly, bro. And then I actually found this theory, which was very interesting, and it rang true to me. Can you read the tweet?
Yeah, you're about to find out that America's swing state elections are hosted on Huawei servers and counted in an office in Serbia by foreign agents. And the CIA knew about it and hid the evidence.
Which reminds me of that David Petraeus guy who was the CIA chief a while ago, I believe. And he has all these weird connections with Eastern Europe and Serbia and election stuff. And like they have those servers over there. Keep an eye out for that. It's still early, but I saw that and that rang true. And I immediately remembered the David Petraeus guy.
Okay. All right.
So let's keep an eye on that.
All right.
Let's get to our Shiloh Hendricks update. They're trying to charge her with disorderly conduct. Can you read the headline?
Yeah, a criminal complaint was filed against woman accused of calling a child a racial slur at Rochester playground. Remember, the child was stealing and stuff like that.
And the father of the child who was filming was that Somali pedo guy.
That weird Somali guy, bad teeth. So yeah, they're basically charging her 3 counts of disorderly conduct, which could lead up to a maximum of 90 days in jail and or a $1,000 fine. So not exactly high stakes. But the fact that they're using disorderly conduct, which is like usually, you know, something we show you in Urban Decay, chimping out at the Target, or being drunk in public, yelling on a bus, you know, she just kind of called the guy a name and got out of there.
And then he repeated it back, and he was using the word too. So does he get disorderly conduct? What about all the black people that use it every day? Is that disorderly conduct?
Yeah.
Or is it an attack just on a white person?
Exactly. And so you want me to read the Minnesota statute for it for disorderly conduct?
Yeah.
I believe it's the crime in subsection 3, which is what they're applying to. It says engages in offensive, obscene, abusive, boisterous, or noisy conduct in an offensive, obscene, or abusive language, tending reasonably to arouse alarm, anger, or resentment in others. And that's a broad little statute there.
Yeah, they're trying to go after her GoFundMe money. Like the fine's $1,000 or it's 90 days in jail, but how much does it cost to get a lawyer? How much does it cost to keep paying the lawyer until this is over? It'll cost tens, $50,000, $100,000.
And I think she released a statement that she was going to fight it. She used the GoFundMe money to move out to some acreage, is what it sounds like.
Good.
Away from the bad neighbors who you might want to get disorderly around. So it's funny, but you know, it's the prosecutorial discretion is that huge theme we've been talking about forever, right? Oh, we're dropping charges there. Oh, the carjackers, they're good. I'm picking and choosing my cases, and then something goes viral, and it's someone just saying a word, and then prosecutor goes, well, I'll get the paperwork across my desk. We're filing charges today. Disorderly conduct, right?
Meanwhile, like you get carjacked, someone has a gun, and they go, oh, we'll take the gun charge away, and we'll just make it a misdemeanor assault or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, so the prosecutorial discretion works both ways, both aggressively and like de-escalating someone's charges. So
Yep. And obviously people are getting upset about this. It's an attack on free speech, but also it just like falls in line with all these other things that are happening in society to good people, where they're just constantly poking and prodding and trying to take away our rights. Mm-hmm. And then I see things like this from James Lindsay where he tweeted, can you read it?
Yeah, he said, this was in a reply to something. He said, the hard answer to your question is that you have to make yourselves sympathetic, welcoming characters who are mistreated and abused by your evil government for doing something people find likable and harmless, if not positive, without losing your shit over it.
I don't even understand what he's saying.
So, and then Cernovich quote tweeted this and said, take the abuse without losing your shit. James Lindsay on how to practice self-discipline from the cuck chair. And that's...
I understand that.
Yeah, I was going to say. And so James Lindsay, this guy recently has been talking a lot about like agitprop and like rage bait and certain things like the raise your flag thing in England he was talking about. Elon posted the English flag and he was like, oh, gee, like something like that. Like, of course, like Elon's doing it, like getting in on these sort of other Western countries' battles. And there's this energy around a guy like this where he's constantly saying, like, don't overreact or you can't do anything. And there's nothing to truly be enraged about, right? Like the flooding of your country with borderline retarded foreigners who have no skills and are going to suck on the welfare state until they can't anymore. There's nothing to be mad about. It's like, well, you just got to stick to your principles and be above that and not be a racist.
And that's what he probably thinks our show is. Like, it's agitprop, it's rage bait, it's racist or whatever. And if you take his advice, like, I don't know if he gets it, or if he's doing this on purpose.
He's just got a weird academic, like, over-the-top standpoint that, like, doesn't allow him to actually, like, try to win on the reality.
Yeah, it's like you never get upset, you never feel rage as your country's systematically taken over, and then one day it's too late.
Yeah.
You know, like we have all these migrants here, all these third worlders, and be above that and whatever, fight it on the whatever level he wants to fight it on. But they're like accounting for that too, and that's why they brought all these illegals here. So it's like you can't win it over with public perception and you grow your side, and now, the Democrats are becoming Republicans. They already know that could happen, and that's why they brought 50 million illegals here.
Yeah.
They don't need it to be played out fairly over time. They're like breaking the rules, and then if you make fun of it or say something, you're just like reactive or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big thing with be level-headed. You have to be reasonable. It's like people are fighting you on a ground that they're moving. Like you're in a fight with someone, and then there's an earthquake going on while you're in a fight, and that's dumping foreigners in, changing the way states count their congressional seats, all these sort of things. But you have to fight fair, which is actually one arm tied behind your back, right?
That's exactly it.
So,
all right, let's move on to our next section. We have a little bit of an Israel and Iran update. Benjamin Netanyahu had this message for us.
They're developing now ballistic missiles that can reach deep into the heart of Europe. Their plan is to develop, the next thing is an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile that will reach 8,000 kilometers. You add another 3,000 and they can reach New York. Where are you broadcasting from, by the way?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, they can reach Florida, Fort Lauderdale, New York, Washington, Boston, and after that, any other city in the United States.
Trying to scare us a little bit.
good pitch, but unfortunately he's been doing this pitch for, I think, 10 years now at this point. Iran is coming to kill you in your home right now.
Yeah, the Iran false flag alert button.
Yeah.
I'm pressing.
He keeps hammering it, too.
And they didn't get enough out of us the first time with Trump's reaction where he bombed that facility. And they obviously want more. And keep in mind, Israel has wrecked the Middle East. And a lot of the migrants we're seeing in Europe and America were displaced from Israel's wars. You know? So, like, they're responsible in a way for flooding the West with all these migrants. Doesn't really help anybody.
They're definitely a piece of the puzzle in the migrant crisis, for sure.
But then we need to go to war with Iran. We got to do more. And I actually found a video. It's AI, but it sums up what it's like to be an American soldier these days.
Mom, I don't want to go fight Iranians for Israel.
Joey, don't you dare be anti-Semitic!
I want to go home, sir! You some kind of anti-Semite, Joey!
I don't even know why we were there.
Let's focus on why that thought is anti-Semitic, Joey.
Get a job, loser. Israel needs our taxes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a little heavy-handed. It's a little heavy-handed with the AI. I get it, though.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, and that's the thing, Netanyahu, it's so funny. Well, not funny, kind of dark or sad, whatever, but it's like he gets a military operations strike from the U.S., unprecedented, stealth bombers taking off from Louisiana or wherever they did, refueling 6 times in the air, bombing with the bunker buster never before used in combat, gets the sickest win ever, and then intercontinental ballistic missiles are coming to blow you up. Like 3 months later, it takes a breather, and then 3 months later, get it pumping again, right?
Yeah, and then keep in mind,
it's a constant pump.
The constant pump. And then Obama gave Iran so much money. Remember the pallets of cash?
Yeah.
I think it's all connected.
That one's hard to square for me.
I think it's all connected where, like, if they want Iran to do something bad that starts a war, they can arrange that.
All right, sure.
And then I found this tweet from the Jewish Policy Center, but it was deleted. Can you read the original and then the reply?
Yeah, this was a bad tweet. Somebody said the churches in Gaza have decided not to evacuate their buildings in Gaza City. Christians are choosing to remain, even if it means risking their lives, rather than leaving their churches. And then the Jewish Policy Center, some maniac who's running their Twitter account, said, important to understand, if Gaza Christians believe Israel will not conduct its war in Gaza City, they are mistaken. They have implanted themselves in a battlefield. They are part of the battle. If they are looking for martyrdom, well, ...
Yeah.
So the Jewish Policy Center is saying that they're going to continue to bomb and blow out Gaza City, and the churches are going to be collateral damage.
And that's the thing.
Open threat.
That's something I've noticed. A lot of the people that defend Israel, they have like these explanations for why like innocent civilians on the Palestinian side are dying. And they'll say like, well, Israel drops flyers and they say, hey, we're going to bomb here, evacuate this area. We're going to be bombing here. And then Hamas loads the people into that area. And then Israel still bombs it. So like I get it. I get it. But then you're still killing all the innocent people that are in the churches or loaded in these buildings. Israel has a very advanced military. They're very precise.
Yeah.
Gaza's basically leveled and it's all rubble now.
Yeah, I get it.
I
get it.
It's like, oh yeah, Hamas is pushing him in there. And then we had to attack him. Like, it's a little bit of a disconnect where wouldn't that make you not blow everyone up?
Yeah, it's a cat and mouse game, and then it's like, oh, he's bluffing again. He's doing like what either side does, and then you still do it. It's a self-fulfilling destiny thing until Gaza's in rubble. And I mean, I just feel like the international community's tolerance for it is at an all-time low. Everyone's kind of like, all right, Israel, relax.
Yeah.
There's people, the Free Palestine types, and this is a genocide, and blah blah blah. But then even like people who don't care about a Middle East blood feud thousands of miles away are like, all right, he's asleep. It's Raja Jackson punching the wrestler. Yeah. All right, Israel, he's asleep. He's knocked out, right?
Yeah. And then we spoke earlier about all these wars and how it led to the mass migration of all the third worlders. And I want to bring back a quote from Gaddafi.
Yeah, Gaddafi warns France, if I go down, you will be flooded with millions of blacks.
Which was the goal.
Yeah, that happened. I think Gaddafi was right, Jar. 1 quarter, please.
Yeah, so that just kind of gives you an insight, and it's not even like a conspiracy theory. That's Gaddafi saying.
But that was like Hillary Clinton kind of leading that.
Yeah, but, who acts on whose behalf?
True.
All right, let's get to our trans shooting update. Obviously, this has been all over the news. You guys know what's going on. We're not going to cover the basics. I'm just going to highlight a few points that I thought were insightful.
Okay.
First, we have the headline.
Minneapolis school shooter Robin Westman confessed he was tired of being trans. I wish I never brainwashed myself.
Interesting to hear the term brainwash myself. That's very true. And then,
self-aware, at least, towards the end.
Exactly. And then next, from the manifesto, the trans shooter drew a picture of himself looking into the mirror, and his reflection is a demon. So that's pretty telling.
Again, a little self-aware, but
yeah,
not a good thing, I guess.
Definitely not good.
I wish I never trans myself. I'm a demon, and then do the shooting.
Yeah, that's a tale as old as time, unfortunately.
Dark.
And it feels like an MK Ultra situation, in my opinion. We've kind of seen these types before. And then I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but that morning Trump did announce he wants to bring RICO charges against George Soros. And then also Alex Jones was reporting that the dad of the shooter worked for the CIA and DOD for 29 years as a contractor.
Oh.
So that's interesting.
That's
and then we have Jake Tapper here using the correct pronouns.
Another piece of the puzzle as to who the shooter was. The Minneapolis Star Tribune says, according to court records, because there's been some confusion about what the shooter's name was.
Yes.
Robin Westman's mother applied to change her child's name in 2019. It was at one point Robert Paul Westman.
Correct.
But since she identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that identification, was underage, it's now Robin West.
Thanks, Jake Tapper.
Thank you. That's very important stuff, Jake.
His name's Rob, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the shooter.
He shot children.
Yeah.
She shot children, Jake Tapper says.
Yeah, that's she. And it's like, listen to what you're saying. And then we have pictures of the shooter over time. Obviously got more demonic as time went on.
Absolutely.
And then here's, I think, what the key in this whole thing is. The Biden FDA new puberty blockers were linked to increased risk of depression and suicidality, yet they still recommended it for children.
Yeah. Do you want me to read this? Or
you can read the highlighted.
Yeah, most of the patients had CPP, but a handful were transgender kids using the drugs off-label. We did find increased risk of depression and suicidality, as well as increased seizure risk, and we issued SLCs to the entire class for these AEs. There is definitely a need for these drugs to be approved for gender transition in the follow-up paragraph. So you say the stuff. And I mean, that's every drug, right? Every drug. Here, you may experience horrible fucking thoughts and want to kill yourself. But we're going to help you anyway.
But estrogen is very, very bad for men and women. Like injecting yourself with it really fucks you up. It makes you go crazy.
Yeah. I could see it.
And then we have Jacob Frey here. He's talking about the gun problem in America now.
Have more guns in America than we have people. The reality is that we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine before the person even needs to reload. The reality is that these guns make their way into cities across America by the trunk.
So he clearly has no clue.
30 clips in conjunction with a magazine? Never heard that one before. That's interesting.
And then he's kind of like alluding to what? Like getting rid of 300 million guns? Why don't you just put 100,000 trans people in a mental asylum?
I don't know. What would you choose? Or not allow any sort of transitioning that there is? That freak show thing experiment that we just started?
That's where it gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then Trey Gowdy, even Fox News, Trey Gowdy saying the problem is white men.
It's always a young white male. Almost always. I mean, did anyone this morning think, I wonder if that was a female? Did any of y'all think that? I mean, there's been one school shooting involving a female.
Trey Gowdy sucks.
Interesting.
He never got it done when he had a chance. He's a real Fox News F-slur. But...
And apparently Fox has some sort of like HR person who has a trans kid. And that's what Mike Cernovich was tweeting about.
And they were all scared to talk about it.
So there's like kind of this hidden hand editorializing Fox News because this person who makes personnel decisions for the entire network, everybody knows they have a trans kid. So imagine someone who could kind of influence your employment and you're like an opinion network. And someone who can influence your employment has one very rigid opinion on a very specific topic. And so that might explain some of this, right?
Definitely explains a little bit.
And to be honest, this is a white male. A mentally ill white male who was adding some hormones to the
and
mix.
Probably on SSRIs.
Right? And so, but if you call this a white male, which I accept, then they're white males everywhere else when they're transitioning too. They're males both ways. So you can't necessarily just, when they're a shooter, that all of a sudden that's a white male. Because in the women's sports, that's a white male. In the bathroom, that's a white male, right?
Yeah. And keep in mind, too, it seems like these mass shooters are always white males because that's what gets talked about on the news.
Mm-hmm.
There's mass shootings every week done by gangbangers who are black, and no one ever talks about it.
Yeah.
And we actually have some stats here. Can you go over the first clip?
Yeah, mass shooting rates by demographic, trans/non-binary being a biological male, 0.769 highest, trans non-binary biological female, second highest, then Asian men. Asian men.
I think that Virginia Tech guy.
Yeah, something happened. Black men, then white men, then Asian women, then Hispanic men. And these are from a bunch of different statistics or databases compiled. Somebody compiled
and
all
it's
this
4 or more fatalities is the key. That's like the definition of a mass shooting. And then Grok kind of had some context to this as well.
Yeah, white shooters committed the most mass shootings, 84 incidents, followed by black, 26, Latino, 12, and Asian, 10. Per capita, black rates are higher in some analyses, excluding gang violence. Definitions vary widely.
And that's the thing, excluding gang violence. Why would that matter?
And I agree, but to be fair, they are two different things. Targeting a mass killing of basically random people who you don't know versus like the impulsive, retarded shooting from a gang thing. Like, I acknowledge that they are different, but is one worse to have? Is one more detrimental? Like, one's more mentally terrorizing, right? And less likely to happen to me. But they're both bad. They're all bad, right?
Yeah.
People pick and choose which side they want to make their issue, right? Jacob Frey goes, screw prayer, and it's all guns. And then there's a huge trans component. And then, also he had access to guns. But, that's a foundational belief of our country. So we can't just...
So, what do you throw out first? The trans stuff or the Second Amendment?
Yeah, I don't think I'm throwing out that second.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm throwing out the second, brother.
Yeah.
Hormones, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, let's move on.
Before we move on, it's like just some chronically online. Like, you look at the manifesto, it's got a million different angles, like anti-Jew shit, anti-Trump, trans. Like, it feels like someone was like throwing at a dartboard of random manifesto things. It just seems like someone who hated life, was obsessed with school shootings, and was going to justify it one way or another. But it's like, it's a real dartboard manifesto with no reason.
Yeah.
Like got brain rotted by the internet.
Definitely a brain rot situation. And then the police chief said there's no motive, and it's like, there was a motive.
All right, yeah.
You go into a church school, and there's a motive.
Yep.
All right, let's go to our DC Takeover section. First, we have a clip here of the National Guard picking up trash. Some people are mad about this.
Some people are acting like it's below them, and you got them picking up trash. How demeaning.
We should send these guys to go fight a war for Israel instead.
Yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, this is like pretty low effort work. You're in a line with your boys.
And you're making the city nice.
It is beautification. It's a beautification project. There's tangible impact. And then nobody says that, like, when a group of friends gets together and declutters a beach and picks up all the trash, nobody says, wow, how demeaning.
Yeah, this guy was a lawyer and he's picking up trash.
So they'll find a way to freak out about anything, but I just think it's nice. You clean up the streets and then you clean up the trash, and then all of a sudden DC is a whole different place.
And that's the transformation that's happening. And then Trump made a statement about his plan for people who do murders in DC.
By the way, speaking of that, anybody murders something in the Capitol, capital punishment, capital punishment. If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty.
You murder someone in the Capitol, it's capital punishment.
He likes that. He likes when the words work out like
That's
that.
good branding. I get it.
Yeah. No, and he doesn't give a shit anymore, you know? At least threaten it. And maybe some stupid idiot who's kind of a murderer or could fall into it will lean the other way now.
And then if you
did he pass that or not? Like, he doesn't not paying attention to the news.
And then you shoot your ops and you hope they pull through.
Yeah. Like, you're visiting them, you donate blood.
You good?
Yeah.
You good? You good? Yeah. So that's like intense, but I'm for it. If you murder somebody, you get murdered. That like is pretty common sense, ground level thing.
That goes back to the code of Hammurabi, guys. Yeah. That's an eye for an eye shit.
That's pretty basic stuff.
Yeah.
And then I have some context here as to why the crime in D.C. is so bad. We've told you guys a million times. They catch the criminals and let them go. And we have some details about specifically that.
The revolving door in D.C.'s justice system is a direct result of prosecutors like Matthew Graves dropping 70% of cases, letting violent offenders like Artel Cunningham, 2024 carjacking spree, walk free after threatening officers. Trump's crackdown on soft-on-crime policies finally brought accountability to a city where AG Brian Schwalb prioritized restorative justice over public safeties. When D.C. leaders refuse to prosecute armed carjackers, federal intervention isn't just necessary. It's the last line of defense for citizens abandoned by their own government.
Yeah. And
That's
I
like
think
an
those
AI.
guys who dismissed all this stuff, they should go to jail.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it's blatant.
Unfortunately, we're very far away from that, but like, you know all those rules where if you're in the process of committing a felony and someone dies, then you get charged with murder, even though you're not the one who killed them. Like, you're robbing a store and then some guy chases you and he gets crunched up in a door or something. And it's kind of like, it was an accident, but it was in the process of a felony. There needs to be some sort of thing like that for the judges or the prosecutors who let people out scot-free and then they go kill someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing right now on the books.
That's a good point. And we're going to get to more of that in Urban Decay.
Okay.
We're now moving on to our migrant section. We have a couple updates here. There's a whole European migrant update that we're doing in Bonus Land. It's really good stuff, good clip, so another reason to sign up. But you remember the guy, Kilmar Abrego Garcia?
Yeah.
The MS-13 human trafficker guy? They had Maryland Man is what they called him. They had a rally for him outside, and this is what they were doing.
Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him Trump. No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him Trump.
And it's like, these are the people he would carjack.
Yeah.
Kilmar is our neighbor. His name has kill in it.
Yeah.
And he's an MS-13 gang member. So here's what their neighbor, Kilmar, the MS-13 human trafficker, had to say.
Gobierno corrupto.
Yano Carrasco. I don't even know what it is.
Doesn't sound good.
He's rolling his R's, and he went to a rally and had an interpreter. Guy doesn't even speak English. He's our neighbor.
He's our neighbor. Suicidal empathy.
Exactly. And I mean, you look at the people in the pink singing, you know what they are. They're old.
Pussies.
They're ladies, and the men are pussies. And he, like, I don't understand how he became the one star. I don't, it's kind of interesting. He's probably like, hell yeah. Everyone's falling for me. Like, he knows he doesn't even deserve it.
You probably could have found like a landscaper with 5 kids
I know.
who are in college or
they
something.
They chose to elevate a bad example, and I don't know. But it seems it actually is blackpilling a little bit, because I'm like, how have we not just totally stomped this guy out of our country? And we're threatening to send him to Uganda now.
Good.
Uganda.
Next, we have a guy who found ICE detaining somebody, and he started complaining about it, and wait until the end to see who the guy was.
Hey, y'all be careful. They're arresting people at work here. Hard-working Americans who build, you know, the ones who do all your landscaping, work on your cars, fix all your stuff. They're coming out here taking them all. They're coming out here just taking everybody at work. Be careful, everybody. Don't go to work today.
Where you work child sex crimes, so.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Never mind. He's a fucking weirdo.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. He's a fucking pedo.
Yeah. So they're deporting hardworking Americans, and oops, he's actually a sex abuser for children.
Child sex criminal. And that's the kind of stupid leftism that we see. Just total opposition of any law enforcement now. And this is another one of those chess moves where it's like, okay, you totally oppose anybody who looks like they could be a Fed now. Let's see how that works out for you against the median voter, right?
Yeah. And then if you think about it too, like comparing back to the group that was doing the singing, it's like if you guys are against ICE and the feds and all this stuff, you're going to be the victim of the crimes.
Yeah.
Like you're weak. You're a weak man singing in a pink vest.
I know you don't have a gun at home.
You're a soft target.
Yeah.
Like you should be like, police on my block, please. Just like go up and down.
ICE, please help me out. ICE, please help me out.
It's like ironic. Like you're gonna be the victims of what these bad people are up to if you disenfranchise the police and make the police have less teeth.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy. All right, next, this is a clip of migrants throwing a bait net in Canarsie. And I believe it's illegal to throw nets in New York.
Okay.
But we'll fast forward to the end.
They pull out all the bait fish.
They pull out all the bait fish, and they're eating it. And if you guys didn't grow up in Long Island, fishing in the Long Island Sound like I did from the piers, they're pulling out bunker.
Yeah.
Bunker is like the worst, oiliest, smelliest, disgusting bait fish ever.
And that's why it's a good bait fish, though, because it's oily, smelly.
And they're eating it.
Yeah.
Like I used to get
right into the scented Glade trash bag.
Yeah.
That's what these migrants are up to.
I used to get bunker for bait when I was a kid, and my hands would smell all summer.
Yeah, disgusting.
And they're eating it. Mm-hmm. It's pretty bad.
Not sending their best.
Definitely not. All right, we have an Indian section now. You guys have all been sending me this first clip. And, you know, this is a classy show.
We begrudgingly are going to play it.
I skipped it the first time, but everyone kept sending it. So here it is. The Indian guy shitting in Starbucks on the ground.
Actively shitting while fully seated, which is hard to do. Yeah. That's hard to do.
It is somewhat impressive.
Starbucks employees asking him to leave.
It's like, oh, they just want a better life. He's shitting in Starbucks right now.
He doesn't even know he's shitting. I don't know how that happens.
And there is like a big overarching theme to some of the stuff we've been doing. We've been talking about the Indians, and we have an Indian section now. And it's a little redundant. It's a little gross. It's very much poop-centric, you know?
A lot of stuff you choose has been, yeah.
Poop and all this disgusting stuff. But there is a bigger theme to it. I really want to reiterate that these people from third world countries are not the same as first world Americans.
Yeah, they're not like us in a lot of ways, and a lot of drastic ways, too.
And that needs to be hammered home, because the left wants to pretend that people are interchangeable. Like, oh, you got lucky that you grew up in Connecticut. This guy from Somalia, he's you, but just in Somalia. We got to bring him here. He wants a better life. And that's not who we're dealing with. Like, these third worlders are different people than first world Americans. And you need to remember that. And then also, to go even further, when we do doppels, doing doppels is you seeing yourself, or you seeing Rat Boy or myself in America as other Americans.
Those are our brethren. Every doppel, even some that are a little fatter, a little disrespectful to me. Hey, I'll help you up. I reach out my hand and I help you up, brother. Start working out.
Because you're cut from the same cloth maybe 1,000 years ago.
Absolutely.
There's no Somali doppels.
Yeah, there's no such thing. Actually, you have a couple Iranian doppels. You get into the bad side of the Mediterranean.
It's true, and you're right, and like you are whiter than me.
Yeah.
And I'm right on the cusp.
You're swarthy a little bit. You're a little brown. I don't want to say brown, but you're a little darker.
I'm brown adjacent, and if deportations get to the point where they come knocking on my door and I need to go, I'll go.
You'll go?
I'll come back legally.
All right.
And if they say, hey, there's no more legal immigration, I understand, and I'll go live on a citrus farm in Sicily or something.
Hey, and you'll come back legally.
And I'll come back. If it comes down to me and I need to go, I'll go.
Good for you. Good for you. And that's the kind of stuff we need. We all need to pull in the same direction. If it comes to you, which I don't think it will,
they get rid of 50 million illegals, and I'm the 51st guy.
That means a lot of millions got gone.
Then I'll go.
Yeah. All right. Very noble.
To help the country. Yeah. I have my morals and my beliefs, and I'm rooted in that. And if it means me, it means me.
A regular citizen born here, multiple generations. He'll go. You heard it first.
If that's what it takes. So then there were some people.
What happened to your hand, by the way? I'm noticing some marks.
Oh, I punched the hole in the wall because of the migrants. I got so mad about migrants, I punched a hole in the drywall.
What really happened?
I got bit by bugs at the dog park.
Okay. All right.
They really got me.
That was a good instinct, though. Punched a hole in the wall. Drank a white monster. I heard about the migrants. Drank a white monster. Punched a hole in the drywall. Smart.
I punched another hole in the drywall. Yeah.
All right.
Then there's a funny guy who was talking about U.S.-Indian relations, and there was a funny reply to it, and then look what the response was.
Well, his name was Akshit Singh, and he said U.S.-India relations are at an all-time low. And then Med Gold quote tweeted it and said, Indians have names you can smell.
And then someone replied to that and said, let me guess, a Brahmin Chad took your girl, and his name is Suck Deep Dick Shit.
I don't know if that's even real. That might be a play.
I checked. That's a real account.
Suck Deep Dick Shit.
Suck Deep Dick Shit.
I could, it's weird.
Maybe just sit this one out.
It's weird.
Smelly name.
We couldn't make that up. We'd say Suck Deep Dick Shit, and we'd go, no way. That's too far. Let's be a little more subtle.
Yeah.
That's too heavy-handed. So good for him.
Very good for him.
Have fun.
And then we have some more trucker updates. We have a guy here who's an Indian trucker, not doing too good.
So what happened? What happened? Yeah, I know, I can see that, but like, what was the thought process?
Stuck
not
under the
even
bridge.
Close.
Yeah, not even close. And to be fair, that does happen to some American truckers too. But we're at the point where we're noticing something else now.
Yep. And then we have another guy who went backwards in his truck.
He went wrong way down a bridge. I think that's a bridge, obviously, right? And he was drunk as hell.
Yeah, he had a 0.15 blood alcohol content level, which is 4 times the legal limit. I didn't know there was any allowed blood alcohol content level for driving a truck.
Yeah, 40-ton death machine. 2 beers.
2 beers, you're probably good. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Then you have a little bit more details here.
Yeah, no, that's it. He was drunk, driving the wrong way on a major interstate bridge, and his name is Harvinder Singh, age 36. Of course, he's an Indian guy. And I think he was a trucker for, don't quote me on this because I don't have the asset in front of me, but it might have been for Raj Trucking. So it was
Might be something to look into.
An Indian trucking company, basically.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Arkansas. Deep in the heart of Arkansas, driving the wrong way, drunk as fuck, in a machine that's designed to kill. It's Harvinder and dick shit riding shotgun.
In a machine that takes a half a mile to stop.
More. So that's where we're at here. And yeah, we're laughing. We got to make a joke about it. Haha, funny podcast. These people are fucking out here.
They're everywhere.
Taking lives, right?
And then we have an update from
One of them stole my girlfriend.
Yeah?
Brahmin Chad, truck driver, stole my girlfriend.
That's probably why you keep showing videos of them shitting in their pants.
Shitting at Starbucks, using the cow poop to smear on the walls, all that sort of stuff. It's all because...
You're jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then we have a Walmart scam that we just discovered.
Yeah, we were a little late on this one. It kind of broke last episode, but an Indian Walmart VP was making $30,000 a day in illegal kickbacks by discriminating against American applicants in favor of Indian H-1B applicants who were paying him the kickbacks for hiring him.
$30K a day.
So another little scheme from a Walmart guy. He gets in power and he goes, no, I need more. I have a good job, but I need more, and I also need to help my Indians.
And that was in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Well, yeah, that's where Walmart's headquartered, yeah. So
Arkansas and these Indians.
1,200 technology contractors found themselves locked out of their system. The mass termination wasn't a result of budget cuts or strategic pivots. It was the fallout from a corruption scheme that reached into the highest echelons of Walmart's global tech division. The retailer's giant's abrupt severance of ties with Caspex source contractors followed the firing of a global tech vice president who had been orchestrating an elaborate kickback operation. $30,000 daily, blah, blah, blah. You get it.
We get it.
You find an Indian guy, you find out he's hiring a lot of Indians. It's either ethnic preference or a shitload of money. And sometimes a mix of both. Right?
Good point. And then
that's such an American company. Walmart started with one store type shit in Arkansas. Became a global superpower store. And now it's, who wants a job?
I can suck that dry.
5,000. Yeah, I can funnel money off this big teat, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. And then we have Florida way stations.
Yeah, this is just kind of a blueprint for the rest of America. Well, we've talked about the state level shit and how the guy who killed three, the trucker who killed three, he got his CDL in California. And so we've often talked about the lowest common denominator states being like what ruins America because, we give them IDs and we give them CDLs and all this shit. Well, there's going to be some retaliation from the more red states in the opposite direction, right? Like we've seen it with the food stamps and EBTs. We're not giving you candy anymore. And now Florida is starting with the trucking. Florida way station immigration checks serve as national blueprint for addressing migrant CDL crisis. And so Florida acted right away about 2 weeks after the illegal alien truck driver made that U-turn on a Florida highway. Florida officials will begin rolling out federal immigration checkpoints at all agricultural inspection station. The move serves as a blueprint for other states, blah, blah, blah. So
good.
Acting now, acting quickly, and of course, leave it to Florida or a state like Texas or Arkansas even. Arkansas needs to step up, I think. Knock, knock. Sarah Huckabee.
Letting me down, Arkansas. You surprised me.
Let's go.
And then we also have, people always wonder, why are all these migrants here? What's the goal? What's the end goal of all this? Mm-hmm. And we have, a long write-up, but Richard can handle it. That kind of describes what the whole reason behind it is.
Yeah, and this is from Orrin McIntyre, good poster. He says, because homogenous populations are more likely to maintain a cohesive culture and build social structures that resist the centralization of state power, particular peoples with deeply ingrained customs and religions are less likely to bend to the state's commands when they conflict with those beliefs. They're also more likely to be rooted in communities with the social and economic capital to be self-reliant and therefore more difficult to control through soft power. Kulaks are a problem for totalitarian regimes, so the elites import a foreign class that is generally poor, dependent, and too diverse to resist the government. They gain their loyalty by promising to strip the kulaks of their wealth and distribute it to the new client class. It eliminates the middle class as a barrier to their power and wins them a reliable voter base of slave labor that will ensure they remain in charge democratically.
Which is what we talked about before with the census stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They're watering us down with Indians.
And Mexicans and anyone from South America and Somalians and Haitians. Every stupid random ethnic group, they're watering us down. I agree.
And you can't team up. You can't team up with a Somali or a Haitian.
Yeah, now I'm buddies with the Somalis. I'm working with the Somalis now. What?
Against you, the people in power, the powers that be.
Yeah.
But the Somalis, they team up. And they get what they can, and they're not really bothered. The powers that be let them do it.
They do their little scams.
And everyone does their thing, and then the only group that's told not to team up is white people. So then you have all these little pockets of these different cultures, and then we're discouraging white people from pocketing up and maintaining their culture. And then over time, you just get outbred and it's over.
Yeah, 100%.
And then James Lindsay says, wait until the 26th election, then we'll deal with this.
Yeah.
And there's 50 million illegals here, and there's like a fraudulent census, and illegals are voting.
Yeah.
Can't really get out of it that way.
Can't relate to that sort of train of thought.
Yeah. Well,
But at least he's not hateful.
And then Cernovich, to wrap up this whole section, had a good tweet about Mayorkas and how he should go to jail.
Alejandro Mayorkas should be criminally prosecuted for conspiracy to human traffic. Add in the Hebrew International Aid Society, Catholic Charities, and Lutheran Charities. That ends this nonsense peacefully overnight.
That would work. And also, I looked into some of the big charities. A lot of people say, like, oh, it's the Jewish charities, but it's the Catholic charities, too. There's a few Catholic charities that are big movers of people, and the entire board of directors is Jewish. It's like Steinberg, Greenberg, Rosensblatt. It's like a Catholic charity, and it's just Berg, Stein. Doesn't look good.
How did that happen?
Pretty crazy. Well, that's the end of our
That's
migrant.
skin suit shit.
Very much skin suit shit. That's the end of migrant section. We're now moving on to the final page of housekeeping, where I can say whatever I want. Use the opportunity to go to the post. I'll juice the algo. Leave a like, leave a comment again, and start yapping. P.O. Box needs to be full. Notifications need to be on. Old episodes need to be watched. The link to this episode needs to be sent to the boys in the group chat.
Call your mother.
Yeah.
Just giving advice at the end of it, Call your mom.
Oh, man. All right. First things first, there's a new BBC show called about the Battle of Hastings.
Mm-hmm.
And here's who they have as the Anglo-Saxon soldier.
There he is. Darky.
Yep. And then we have another guy on the right.
Earl Morcar of Northumbria was an Anglo-Saxon warrior in 11th century England, and BBC depicts him like this, some sort of brown Middle Eastern type.
Yeah. So that's they're rewriting history.
Thank you, BBC.
You know, because if you're like a kid or you're someone who watches and you don't know anything about history, you kind of get this idea of like, oh, this multiculturalism thing's been forever.
Yeah.
Everyone's just been surrounded by Somalis.
Yeah, and then that also means there's nothing to preserve.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing to preserve.
It was always like this.
Yeah.
And then we have this as a joke. It's the Netflix remaking of the girl from Scotland with the blades that got arrested.
Yep.
That's what that would look like. Here we have an update. A lot of the chip companies are making healthier options that only have 3 ingredients. Check this out.
Chips are my absolute weakness, and I just walked into Publix, and I had to stop for a second because I saw this. Simply Tostitos, that's big. Simply Lay's, Simply Cheetos Puffs. And then I grabbed this. No artificial flavors, made with avocado oil. And the ingredients are corn, avocado oil, and sea salt. Guys, this is amazing. I'm so excited about this right now.
It's still GMO corn, bioengineered corn, so it's still going to nuke you and not be good for you. But the whole 3 ingredient thing, they could have done that the whole time.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was thinking. You could have fucking done this the entire time.
Like, well, we wouldn't be able to poison you then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was marginally cheaper. We made 3.5% more.
And we poisoned the fuck out of you. And also keep in mind, making chips at home kind of sounds crazy because no one ever does anything like that. But it's just potato, salt, and tallow, and you fry it. You can make your own potato chips. We're kind of tricked into thinking it's crazy to make our own chips.
Yeah.
And also to extrapolate this further, for example, a pepper. You know peppers, right?
Of course, all about them.
A pepper has like 1 million seeds in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have one pepper, you have peppers forever.
Of course.
But we were tricked into thinking we need to buy them over and over for like $4. And like we have the key. A pepper gives you peppers for life.
They can't hide it from you.
But we were tricked into buying peppers for life, and they laugh at us.
Yeah, all right.
They laugh.
Okay.
Something to think about. The world God made is very perfect.
Okay.
Next, we have a fat jumper.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to understand the dynamics of something like this. You'd think like you might go in and drown because you can't keep yourself up. But he floats. That's a long dive. He floats easy.
Yeah, he's buoyant. They call it buoyant.
It's called buoyant.
Fascinating build there. You rarely see a guy with such fat middle section and legs.
I don't want to make this about myself because I don't have much in common with that guy.
Oh, okay.
But those baggy basketball shorts halfway down your shins, that's what I wear.
I know.
That's how I dress.
All right.
It's comfy. All right, next, you guys know the wage gap?
Yeah.
You know how we pay girls less because they're stupid and they don't ask for more?
Yeah, we trick them.
We trick them, and their work is worth less or whatever.
Same job. Same job. You always pay them less. 70 cents on the dollar.
It's a little 30% discount.
Sometimes you can get away with 60 cents on the dollar.
Yeah. Well,
they're dumb.
we have new data that kind of gives more insight to the wage gap and explains it more than we've known in the past.
The gender wage gap is mostly about married men doing one hell of a job, earning more than everyone else. And there's married women, single men, and single women, all pretty clustered. And then married men are just shouldering the burden of a family.
Outperforming.
Yeah.
And that makes sense.
And is that causal or is it whatever? Like, you choose a man who's on path to make more money to be married. That's a better spouse. And then a man has the burden of the family, so he works harder. It's both, for sure.
It's both. But look at the rest of the graph.
Yeah.
Single men, single women, married women, they're all the same. And then married men just have the dog in them.
Absolutely.
And then Big Joker, our friend from Twitter, made a good point too.
He said this is actually such a profound statement that absolutely shatters the wage gap lie that men just boost themselves. If anything, it's proof that women are the driving force behind men earning more. Most single men are aimless. Men with women and a family to take care of find purpose and drive, and they use this determination to excel.
So it is all about women.
Yeah.
Married men work harder because they have a lady at home.
Yeah, and they're pushing her, and she's pushing him, and then that's creating the wage gap. So women created the fake wage gap.
It was actually
from
you
different
guys.
career choices. Yeah.
That's pretty good. All right, next I have a car tip. I'm doing this thing lately where instead of calling Dirty Dave or taking my car to the repair shop to fix little things, I just learn how to do it myself, and now I'm a car guy.
Okay.
And now I have a tip or at least some insight into cars that everyone can learn. And once you know this information, you can repeat it back and be a car guy.
When is the best time to fill up your vehicle?
Like gas?
Yeah.
When you're at a quarter tank, so you don't burn up your fuel pump. I've done that a couple times.
Gas? Probably before it gets under a quarter tank.
Oh, your gas tank? On a quarter? When you get empty?
When you get about quarter tank.
Why?
Because the fuel actually cools down the fuel pump. So if you run it on E, the pump runs hotter, and then it burns it up over time.
Make sure you fill your gas tank up before it gets below a quarter tank, because the gas cools down the fuel pump, and if you run it on E, you'll burn that thing up.
So you're saying you're showing people how to take mechanic knowledge and then repeat it in their own words?
Doesn't that sound like I know how a car works?
Yeah, you just learned it. You know how the car works.
And I just replaced a bulb, a 3157 bulb on my taillight, and just, turned it clockwise, locked it.
3157, as if anyone would fucking use that. And I actually have to do a car thing.
Turned it clockwise and locked it in my thing and screwed it back in. No big deal. I'm a car guy.
Yeah, nice.
What's your car thing you have to do?
I have to change. I think I blew a fuse. One of my cigarette lighter doesn't work. And I just bought a dash cam because of all the migrants. Where's a wall? I just bought a dash cam because I had been slacking and didn't have it. And then my cigarette lighter outlet, they still call those cigarette lighter outlets, right?
Outlet, yeah.
It's out. So I think I have to change the fuse, or I got to do something. So
maybe you got to rewire some circuits or.
No, just change the fuse, brother.
Yeah, change the fuse.
Change the fuse.
Those blow out all the time. That's no big deal.
There you go. You're faking it.
I'm a car guy now.
Yeah,
you guys are car guys.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
No, it actually is not that hard. Especially slightly older cars, like cars that don't have a thing that covers the engine or aren't hybrid. Everything's just normal. It's like, this is the electronic, this is the...
And we've already learned everything we need to know about the fuel pump.
Yeah. Yeah, fuel pump, if we're done with that lesson.
So then you learn, all right, you're learning about the fuses. I learned about the taillights. How much of the car is left? You vacuum the carpet and that's it.
I know.
We're getting the radio. It's easy.
All right.
I did a radio where I just swapped it.
A lot of people do underestimate what they can learn about a car, and then everything's on fucking YouTube these days.
And it's real plug and play, especially if you have a normal car like my old Mustang. I needed a new radio. You take the old one out, you switch the wire, and you push it in.
Yeah, any Toyotas, easy to work on cars, you can figure it out.
We're car guys. Yeah. Make sure you keep that gas above a quarter tank. You know what happens to the fuel pump if you don't.
Yep.
All right, our last piece of the final page of housekeeping. Can you read that headline?
This is from Popular Mechanics, I guess, which I was shocked by. But it says, your consciousness can jump through time, meaning gut feelings are memories from the future, scientists say.
That rings true to me.
Yeah, it does, I bet. I put this in here for you. I knew you'd like this one. I said, this is the type of thing Fleckus would absolutely believe, and then he wouldn't read the article.
Because I know it already.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm from the future.
Yeah. All right.
I believe that. I hope you guys believe that too, because that's true.
Okay.
There's a secret realm that we live in simultaneously.
Thank you.
Well, that's the end of housekeeping. We're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, our first clip of Cringe is some traditional trans cringe. We have a trans artard.
Why can't I exist as my true self right now?
That's not your true self, that's why.
This! You don't think this is my true fucking self? What the fuck is your true self? You fucking ignorant piece of shit! Is your true self being a little fucking pussy who's shorter and feels insecure about how they are? What? Oh, you don't like coming into people's spaces and getting them uncomfortable for being their true self? You don't like when people fucking do that to you? Then fucking learn and do that somewhere else and stop coming here, you fucking piece of shit!
Alright, man. I love you.
I'm not a fucking man, and you don't love me! Yes, you loved me!
Sir, your true self is peeking out of your skirt.
Sir, your true self is a rage bubbling underneath a surface layer of looking a certain type of way, which does not even look good.
Yeah.
Your true self did come out.
It did, and ironically, your true self is this aggressive man standing up for what he thinks is right.
Yeah. Not all bad,
like that,
but it is mostly bad, right?
And then also, obviously, if your true self requires like hormone injections and cutting off your dick and weird surgeries, you can't say true anymore. It's just
my true self requires constant medical intervention. Get the fuck out of here. There's a demon involved too.
There's
right?
obviously a demon involved.
Yeah.
That's interesting because back in the day when we first started the show, you might not have fully been on board with demons or running trans people, but it seems like you're there now.
Yeah. It's more like just, it's funny when you see a religious person get attacked, then you assume it's a demon, like as a funny way. Like, because this guy's wearing like a I love Jesus or something shirt. So he's out there doing some
but the trans person does have at least a demon in him.
Yeah. Honestly, it gives the trans person a scapegoat almost. Like, oh, that's just the demon. Mike is really nice, actually. He's just got a demon with him right now. We got to get that out.
That's a good point. It takes away their accountability.
I know. But I just knew you would say that.
All right, this next one's a little quicker, but I wanted to show it as well.
This is a daily reminder to exercise free will. Today, I exercised my free will and booked a hysterectomy. So I am getting my uterus launched out of my body in early November if insurance approves it and all things go right. And I'm very excited about it. And yeah, adding some extra fun and whimsy into my life. Always, continuously.
If her, well, it is her, right?
It's a girl. It's a hysterectomy. Guys.
If her insurance approves it. That's why I don't have health insurance. I don't want to support shit like this.
Smart decision. Yeah. Good for you.
But that's good.
Standing up on your principles, not having health insurance. I don't want to just do straight up personal attacks. That's not really good taste. It doesn't show critical thinking. You're not really taking the high road. But now you're just like a fat-faced 5'6" girl-voiced neckbeard. Was that the best path?
That's a good point.
Was that really the best path? I don't think it was, man.
And to fully commit, you're cutting out like the thing that makes you a woman that you could fall back on. Like in 10 years, if you're like, oh, that was weird. I had a weird phase. Now I have a kid and, I'm a woman again.
It's burning the ships. You burned the ships. You're stuck on the island with the natives now. And that island is not pretty.
You burned the ships is right. Another demon person. Okay. This next subsection is black people disgusted by white people for no reason. So the first clip is a black guy watching this nice family dance like outside of a restaurant or apartment complex, and he's not happy about it.
Yeah, imagine some sort of Justin Timberlake song. It's copyright music, so we're not going to play it.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
But there's Dad. He's dancing goofy. It looks like Dad, Mom, daughter.
And they're having fun.
Just goofy, silly shit.
And then we see here the black guy making fun of it. Like, this is corny.
There he is.
Dad dancing with his daughter is corny. He doesn't have good dance moves. You know what he does have?
What?
A commute home from the law firm where he's a partner.
Yeah, he just made partner. He makes $350K a year. He still makes it to every baseball game, every volleyball match that his daughter has.
Yeah.
She's comfortable with him. She lets her guard down and does goofy stuff.
Yeah.
Because she loves her dad.
And Dad's setting a good example, and they're having, like, good-hearted fun. He probably coaches his daughter's softball team. He probably has barbecues with the neighbors, and everyone likes each other.
2 mid-size SUVs, a house that's 75% of the mortgage is paid off. But you know what Dad doesn't have? Any fucking rhythm.
Yeah, he doesn't have rhythm.
So he's a real retard for that. Everything else is great, but he's a retard for that.
He sucks.
Yeah, being goofy with your daughter, you're getting filmed by a black guy who tells his TikTok followers, oh, geez.
Yeah, the guy who's, like, scared to eat a banana, because for a second it looks like there's a dick.
I don't think that guy. That guy looks a little gay to me.
Yeah. All right, we have another example here. This black nurse with the long nails is mad that the white ladies at work are, like, having a nice conversation around the water cooler.
I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you tore it apart. Is that how it goes? Is that how it goes? Something like that. Well, let's get
I'm not into the happy, laughy stuff. Ain't shit funny.
The stupid nails, the makeup, the eyelashes, the hair.
She's still miserable. She ain't into the happy, laughy stuff.
And she's miserable, and she's mad that, like, old white ladies are having a nice conversation with each other.
Joking about song lyrics and, you know, not even loud. Not even obnoxious. Not interrupting a movie.
That's the difference. Those ladies are just having a normal conversation at work, and it's like, oh, you're sensitive to, like, people having personal conversations out loud? Like, irony alert.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a black brunch? You ever been to the movies?
Not good.
It really is not good. And then they also have, like, this thing, like, we're obsessed with them, not the other way around.
Yeah.
And this next clip kind of demonstrates that, too.
When you're black, you're never really lonely because there will always be a white person all up in your business.
Yeah, you're recording people.
Going like this on a phone. Like this on a phone outside. And it's like, yeah, he's looking.
And he looks over and he goes,
yeah.
And like, oh, here they are, all up in my business again. You're filming him from outside the restaurant so blatantly.
Yeah.
But we're obsessed with you. And it's actually the opposite. I'm avoiding you at all costs.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in your business at all. So that's kind of the big difference.
But I do have to keep toward you in case something does happen.
I do have to.
I'm not going to turn my back.
I have to be aware of my surroundings a little bit.
Have you seen Urban Decay? Have you seen Urban Decay? I have to square up.
We're going to get there. Next, we have some F-slur Taylor Swift engagement reactions. Obviously, her and Mikey Kelsey got engaged.
Yep.
And then
I thought it was Kyle Kelsey.
I think that's the brother.
Okay.
They have a podcast.
All right.
Next, this first clip is a professor who's canceling class. And this is like a social media professor, and apparently it's like a social experiment or something. But this is what he did.
I have a biochem midterm today, but Taylor and Travis just got engaged. Due to this information, I can't focus, you all can't focus, class is canceled, get out of here. We gotta go. We need time to process this information.
So I'd obviously love that if I was a student, but college is $70K a year, and there's migrants.
Yeah.
So you can't really enjoy anything until the migrants are gone.
What was that, a joke? That was like they did that for social media?
They did it for social media, but I believe class was canceled.
All right.
And, you know, if people are, some of those kids are probably in like $200K of student loan debt and you're canceling class.
Getting close.
Yeah.
The $200K.
And we have another example here. This takes place at an office.
I'm dead serious. She just posted on Instagram. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening right now? It's literally on her Instagram.
Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
What the fuck is happening?
guy seems like a bottom.
That I was the whole time I was thinking, like, imagine that dad raising it as a baby and then like putting a baseball bat in his hands pretty early. Like, let's sign him up for T-ball, honey. Going through all the steps and then just getting, and then now he's screaming in an office full of women about Taylor Swift and
like
Travis
this.
Kelce.
And
that's sad. That's genuinely sad for a dad.
Look at the genetics on this guy.
Yeah.
He could have been like a lacrosse player, a hockey player.
Oh, yeah. He could have been a shortstop or something if he wanted to. But instead, he's crying. He's crying. That's sad for a dad. And then you kind of like, it kind of beats you down a little bit. Like where you kind of realize, oh, something's different. He's 7. He's not really interested in this. He keeps picking up mommy's magazines.
He's doing like these dances to Whitney Houston songs.
That's dark. But yeah, the whole general Taylor Swift reaction, crazy.
He's the type of guy who says America's a melting pot. They just want a better life. Not to make it all about migrants.
He sells us out.
There is a good thing about a clip like that, because you guys are Chads, all the men watching. You watch a clip like that and you go, hey, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's almost uplifting gold in a way. I'm not that guy. I'm doing pretty good.
And then if you're thinking like, oh, should I go bench today or should I just kind of take a walk instead or not do, just do some cardio? You go do it. You don't want to be a pussy.
There you go, bench.
Oh, I saw that guy who's a pussy. I don't want to be closer to him. I'd rather be further from him. I need to separate myself. It's actually motivational.
Totally.
All right. And then our final clip of Cringe. This is a fantasy football punishment.
He's in the cage.
And he gets ice. He gets sardines.
Cat litter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flour, something.
And the obvious thing to say would be, you guys care about this and there's migrants here, but that's what I say about everything.
Yeah.
But I have a bigger point. Fantasy football is gay.
I disagree.
Why are you fantasizing about big, strong guys?
All right. You can cook.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm fantasizing about Chad Pennington throwing the ball to someone who's not even on his team. And it's like, you're getting off on this shit. It's kind of gay.
Yeah, I get that. I like fantasy football personally. You stay in touch with friend groups who are in different parts of the country. A little strategy, a little gamesmanship. You make little decisions. I think it's not that bad. Caring about it too much or going too far, that's when it gets a little bad. But I can't. We'll remain split on this as a podcast. Kitty litter humiliation, yeah, not worth it.
You're fantasizing about all these men. Like, oh, I wish they would just come over my house and like do whatever they want with me. Oh, my fantasy football team actually takes place in my living room and the lights are out and whatever happens. It sounds gay.
Yeah, I don't know what you think it is.
Fantasy football?
All right, you made your point.
All right, this week, so-and-so has no shirt on. I can't even think of a player's name to make fun of it because I don't even know anybody.
Yeah, your references are stuck in like the last year you cared, which was like 1999.
Chad Pennington, Tiki Barber, Rondé Barber, his twin brother.
And those guys were in the twilight of their career at that point too. So you're thinking of old players from 1999. Come on, you know some players, right? Who's on the Bucks? That's your new...
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
And the guy who blew his heart up. Cedric the Entertainer.
Damar Hamlin. All right. Okay, you named 2.
Quiz me again.
You got 2. Well, who's on the Bucks? That's our little team that's here now. Who's the quarterback of the Bucks? You know this one.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
And then the kicker.
Yep. Chase
McLaughlin.
Yep.
That's all I care about.
All right.
Chase McLaughlin.
Baker, touchdown maker.
Baker.
All right.
And Josh Allen.
All right, Josh Allen. Let's get this exercise
Chase McLaughlin and Josh Allen are my 2 favorite players.
So you're fantasizing. You're a little gay.
I wish they would just come over.
Yeah.
I wish I could take them out to dinner.
All right.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the end of Cringe. We're now moving on to Urban Decay. All right, our first clip of Urban Decay. This woman gets pulled over, is running from the police, and leaves her baby behind.
Woman leaves baby behind after crashing into 2 cars during police chase.
Yo, get my baby! Get my baby!
Her son ran out of the car and tried to chase after his mom, but bystanders stepped in and handed him to a police officer.
Oh my God! You got it. I'll take it. I got it. Yo, what the She really just left her baby, bro.
Meanwhile, chaos was unfolding in the street.
She really just left her baby. Talking about get my baby. That's crazy. Yeah,
It is pretty crazy. And it's kind of like the one-track mind we talk about with these urban criminals. It's the one-track mind on display. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. And she's very good at adding charges.
Yeah, a lot of the criminals, they in their mind, it's all one thing. It's just a getting away. It's not, then I punched a cop. Then I stole someone's scooter.
Then I resisted arrest.
Yeah, you're adding like 6 felonies, and then it's like, what the hell? And the whole running away from the cops thing, it's amazing to me because we're in the era of they let you out with a slap on the wrist. So you're adding felonies when you're basically gonna be let go if you don't have that much of a criminal past.
That's so true. Now is not the time to be doing that. You just go, yeah, I was drinking and driving. I'll just head home.
But yeah, there's a criminal in for a penny, in for a pound thing, but it's not in for a penny, in for a pound. It's in for 1 felony, might as well be 8.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
They probably still let him go anyway.
Yeah.
But they're good at adding charges. That's pretty good. We have some
They're
bad.
very good at it.
We have some bad kids here. Got the purple drink. Doing gun things. Mom's laughing. Middle fingers.
Little hoodlums.
Mom's cheering them on too. This they culture. And it's like they still have the baby lisp.
What? How old is this? They can't even do ABCs yet. They got the baby lisp, but they know how to mimic. They know how to mimic this shit.
They know how to be ratchet.
And as soon as they know how, they do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a, as soon as I could, I did scenario.
That's pretty good. So they're learning how to be ratchet pretty early, and they're picking it up naturally. And then you have like a combination of the 2 clips we just showed of the parents and the children, and now we have New Orleans teen and her mother fight the school bus monitor.
Fight breaks out on an Orleans Parish school bus between a student, her mother, and the bus's monitor. As Gabby Killett reports, the fight sent the bus employee to the emergency room with bite marks.
What's happening with our youth? How disrespectful our youth have become and rebellious.
Johnny Jackson says a McDonough 35 student and her mom jumped his wife, Tamika, Thursday as she worked.
So there you go. The ratchet behavior continues, and they grow up, and then they beat people up together.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like the ratchet stuff happens as soon as it can, which is those 3 children doing the this and bumping out. So it happens as soon as it can, and then for as long as it can. Yeah, hey, Mom, we got to go run a fade on my bus monitor. She disrespected me. And it's like, no questions asked, right? So it starts as soon as it can, and it goes as long as it can until you like age out and you're either like a grandma or something. But
yeah, a grandma who's like, oh, I can't be getting involved again.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just so
and
weird.
Think about like growing up. If there was an issue on your bus, my parents would side with the bus driver probably, or whoever the bus monitor was, if I was like doing bad things or getting in trouble.
Of course.
Wouldn't even be close. Not, all right, let's go beat them up together. Yeah. It's pretty good. And then we have the black leaders in the black community coming out, and they're talking about Trump with the feds and cracking down in these cities. And listen to how they describe extra policing.
We believe that the National Guard and the military occupation is the first step into rounding black people up and putting them in detainment camps here in Washington, D.C. and around the United States of America.
Brother, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
You get arrested and they let you go. And here's an example. This white guy gets knocked out, and look what happens to him and the other guy who's knocked out too. So this knocked out guy over here is getting robbed by the security guard.
Guy in a security jacket checks his pockets after he's down.
And people say like, oh, MAGA's scared of cities, you know? Yeah, well, we can't bring guns. The criminals have guns, and the security guards are finna do a lick if they can.
And it keeps going for a while. They keep trying. And then eventually the police show up. But that's, that's an area where I wouldn't mind the National Guard doing a couple extra steps, getting their steps in around that block, right?
Yeah. But the security guard robbing you, that's all-time low.
Peak.
And then you have Brandon Johnson coming out and saying stuff like this.
We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that. And we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
Yeah. So why are so many black people in prison is not the right question. Like, prisons house criminals. Like, that's the final step in the end of the process.
Yep.
Prisons should be as big as they need to be. If the crime numbers keep going up, the number of prison cells should keep going up.
Yeah, there's no like ratio, like, oh, a prisoner should never be more than 2% of the population. It's like, well, how many crimes? Who did them? Where are they? Did we catch them? If so, then they go to the place that those guys go.
Exactly. It's a reaction.
Yeah.
It's not like we have these empty prison cells and we're going, how are we going to fill this? Just go round them up.
I just built 20 extra prisons. How am I going to do it?
Let's just go round these guys up. Yeah. Whoever, just pick them up off the street if they look a certain way.
Yeah, no, the number of prisoners is exactly how large it's supposed to be, right?
And it's actually smaller than it should be because we keep letting the criminals go.
Yeah.
And we actually have an example of that. This next clip is a criminal telling us exactly that.
One man wanted in connection with an armed carjacking in Maryland told us that, why are you sending me back to jail? I won't even be there very long.
The judge is literally going to say we're going to put him on a 3-day hold. Then once the 3-day hold is up, and Ronnie never shows up. I done been over DC jail 6 times for the same warrant. They never show up. DC jail has to release me. They release me. It's the same thing every time. The same thing every time.
He's snitching on the judge.
Yeah. It's actually like eye-opening. Like, that's who you get information from. And these are the so-called like low IQ criminals, which he obviously is, who are smart enough. They're low IQ, but they're smart enough to know how to game the system. And they know they'll be let out. And they know kind of what line is a real line. Like murder, okay, I am going away. Do another carjacking, it's all good.
Yeah.
No one to show up to my arraignment.
The criminal is frustrated with the process.
Yeah. Never thought I'd hear that.
Don't even take me in. I don't want to waste 3 days on the 3-day hold.
Man, we seriously need some reform in this system.
Just let me out now.
Yeah.
And then we do have some more examples of the repeat offenders, which is the main issue. This first one's out of New York.
4 reputed gangbangers, including 2 teens, were hit with murder charges in the Saturday night Bronx shooting that left 1 dead and a 17-year-old girl fighting for her life. Robert Royal and Davon Reyes were ordered held without bail after they were arraigned in Bronx criminal court on Monday night and charged with murder, attempted murder, gang assault, and criminal possession of a weapon. Also charged with murder are 17-year-old Messiah Hughie and Nize Wigfall, 16, who will both have their cases sent to the youth part of adult court. They are all accused of storming a basketball tournament in Haffen Park around 7:30 and opening fire, killing Jaquil Banks, 32, and wounding 4 others.
And then we have this thing about Reyes.
Reyes has 1 unsealed gun possession bust from last year, while Royal, who was wounded in a separate shooting last month, has a pending case for allegedly assaulting a cop and 2 sealed cases.
So these kids are repeat offenders, and it actually gets even worse. These are more blatant.
Mm-hmm. This is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's check in on how restorative justice is working there. 822, an attempted homicide, guy with 20 prior arrests, several of them violent. 813, homicide, 24 prior arrests, several violent. August 12th, homicide, 10 prior arrests, many of them violent. 8-6, homicide, 24 prior arrests, several of them violent. That might be the same guy as... It's the exact same record. And then another guy, homicide, with 7 prior arrests, several of them violent. Another homicide, 9 prior arrests. So it's just a slew of people who have, almost everyone has double-digit prior arrests, and then they kill someone.
And then you could have prevented the murder if you just kept them in jail for the 23 other crimes they did.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then we have a list here of, this is from Baltimore, and it's arrests by race. I think A is Asian, B is black, something Latino is the L, and I think W is white, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Attempted first-degree murder, 7. The black is 2,300.
Yeah.
And then white is 100. And then look down the whole thing. This is the percentage at the bottom graph. 96% black, 91.3% black, 94% black, 85% black. They just rounding us up.
It's a big discrepancy between attempted first-degree murder and second-degree murder. They're underperforming on second-degree murder. Why do you think that is?
I'm sure they're working on it.
They don't accidentally kill people that much. It's either they're shooting or they ain't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know.
And then we have a sad story. A Ukrainian model who fled Ukraine because of the war ended up getting killed by a repeat offender here.
Yeah, Irina Zarutska, 23. She was killed on the train last week by a thug with several prior arrests for violent crimes in Charlotte with zero national outrage. And here's DeCarlos Brown's plethora of mugshots. There he is. There's a dreadhead. You know the type. And he just randomly stabbed her, right? Didn't you? On a train. And, you know,
no one even hears about this.
No one even hears about it. And this
Beautiful girl.
Yeah, she was a Ukrainian refugee. She came in after the war broke out. So she was fleeing, possibly to save her life if she was on the eastern parts of Ukraine. And you just get killed by an American black repeat offender. Fucking, like, why even come here?
Crazy.
Yeah.
And our last story of Urban Decay is a similar thing. This 17-year-old pregnant girl was killed in a road rage incident. Not much coverage on this either.
Parish, a pregnant teenager is expected to be taken off of life support after getting shot in a road rage incident over the weekend. 17-year-old Caitlin Strait was in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy when she was shot in the head while in the passenger seat of a car. The driver then drove straight to the hospital where her baby was delivered. Deputies arrested 54-year-old Barry West for attempted second-degree murder, illegal use of a weapon, and obstruction of justice. Those charges are expected to be upgraded after Strait is taken off of life support.
So a road rage incident. That
52
guy.
years old.
52.
So that's what I mean. As long as they can go.
What could have happened on the road that would make you shoot and kill somebody for it?
She disrespected me.
Yeah,
They
she
disrespected
cut me off while I was trying to merge.
She wasn't even the driver.
And that's why Brandon Johnson and the other black leaders say they're rounding us up for nothing, and people believe it because you don't hear about these stories on the mainstream. You only hear about George Floyd got killed.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Well, don't get too down or too depressed. We're moving on to Uplifting Gold, and we have some uplifting stuff today. All right, our first clip from Uplifting Gold. This guy is calculating his jump across this creek.
Don't do it, Papa. Let me hear you. Papa.
It's okay. He's got it. Straight in. Not even close.
Oh.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Our next clip I found in the wild. This is a cave diver who gets stuck, and this is his final message to his family.
Hey guys, Papa's in a bit of a pickle here, but just wanted to say I love you guys, and Brayden, you're the man of the house now, okay, buddy? You gotta make sure everyone gets to school on time and listen to Mom. Make sure they listen to Mom. And you gotta be brave for me. I know you can do it, buddy. Ethan, you're the elephant man of the house now, okay? So you're gonna just dress like that, and you're gonna see how society treats you and what that's like, okay? So you gotta be brave for me, okay? Lucas, you're the juggler of the house now, okay? So you're gonna start with tennis balls, and you're gonna work your way up to knives and guns. And you're gonna get a couple cuts, okay? But you gotta be brave for me. You gotta be Daddy's brave little juggler, okay? Liam, you're the eunuch of the house now. So they're gonna remove your testicles, alright, bud? And you're gonna dole out wisdom and prophecy in equal measure, okay? You gotta be brave. Jacob, you are no longer the furry of the house. Benji, you're the furry of the house now. So you're gonna dress up in those costumes, and you're gonna go to conventions, or I'll be honest, I don't totally know what they do. I Google it, okay? You're gonna have to Google it for me, buddy, okay? And Samantha, Samantha, you're the Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Man of the house now, okay? So you're gonna dress like that. You're gonna get a coin.
Come on.
You're gonna say things like, call it. You're gonna say, what's the most you've ever lost in a coin toss? So you gotta say stuff like that all the time, okay? kind of constantly. That's kind of has to be all you say.
Hey, buddy,
But-
you okay?
I'm trapped down here. You gotta help. I'm trapped down here.
That was a pretty good bit.
All right.
At first, I thought it was real.
No, that was a
and
great
then I
bit.
started to realize.
As soon as he said you're the elephant man of the house, that's when it became a bit.
As soon as he said the Anton
As soon as he wasn't really trapped.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He was a bit.
All right, this next one is like an old lady game of telephone.
Hope you're having a really nice day. I hope you're having a very nice day.
Circumcised? No. I don't think so. Tell me what they do.
That's funny.
Circumcised.
Am I circumcised?
Yeah,
That's all she heard?
That's what the children, that's what they're saying.
Next, we have a funny little mini section here of girls rejecting guys.
Yeah.
These are just funny.
Yeah.
So let's let we'll let them all go.
How y'all doing tonight, guys?
Get the fuck away from me!
God bless y'all.
That was pretty good. And then next,
There's just to that one, like the girl, that was obviously funny. But like the guy coming up to you when you're out at night with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses with the blinking red light. There's kind of a backlash on the people fucking filming everything outside.
get the fuck away from me.
And we were talking about this too, like the interviewing people on the street, like the old street videos that Fleckus used to make, and I filmed a few of them. It's not the same anymore. People are more defensive. There was like a golden era almost where people were like, yeah, I'll talk to you and say the dumbest fucking shit you've ever heard. Now it's like people are more defensive. And you know who still does it well? What's his name? The guy who asked the questions in like Times Square.
Justin Awad.
Justin Awad, who gets just retarded people.
That's great.
That's like a different category though. But yeah, this whole like Ray-Ban Meta, like, hey, can I get your number? Can I do a magic trick for you? And you're wearing the giant bulky Meta glasses.
Yeah.
I think it's getting old quick. There's kind of like a little brief period where people are like, oh, okay. Oh, are you filming?
Mm-hmm.
People are getting sick of it. And that girl, I think she knew it.
Yeah, my street videos were at a time where there weren't a ton of people doing them.
Yeah.
And like it was a golden era. And then I got out right as it started getting old and then like flooded. Everyone started becoming a street interviewer. But Justin Awad does a great job, and we love his videos.
Yeah.
All right, next, this old guy tries to hit on this girl.
Man, I can't even drive that fast. You want to go out sometime?
Go out sometime?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
Okay. Then he walks away.
Fucking 65-year-old guy swinging away.
But
Still
what if
taking shots.
What if she said yes?
I don't know.
You know, let's go out to a nice dinner. I got a boat.
This is why it's so funny watching younger men, Gen Z, or even like lower millennials or younger millennials, I guess. It goes from millennial to Gen Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
Afraid to take their shot. This guy's just a boomer taking a swipe at a hot chick way out of his league on camera. Rolls off his back like water off a raincoat.
He doesn't even
On to
know.
the next one.
Yeah. And then our last one, pretty funny.
What's your name?
I don't have a name.
I don't have a name.
I don't have a name.
And then someone else hears it and goes, brick.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's have...
Shout out to the ladies. They're having fun with it.
Yeah,
having
big time. And then we have a couple more. What's our next clip?
Using my free will. Is
Yeah.
this another hysterectomy?
No, this is a better use of free will.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Woo, vibes are good. I'm gonna do this one, I think, today. Yep, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, perfect. Oh yeah, all right, perfect. Have the best day ever. Bye. Bye.
She's stealing.
You know? She's stealing, but it's not the same. She like socially engineered these people and like tricked them. She actually kind of earned it. It's not just like, give me your shit, give me your shit, give me your shit.
She's stealing. She's a thief. She should be beaten publicly with canes, like in the Philippines.
I think she's allowed.
You see that paper, that piece of paper where all the donuts were on and there was all that leftover chocolate frosting?
Mm-hmm.
I bet someone goes like this to that.
Yeah.
Someone goes crazy on that.
Someone like you.
Yeah.
All right, our last clip and the Pure Americana clip of the week. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise.
Hey, so I'll give you $50 if you can tell me one Bible verse.
One Bible verse? That's an easy one.
$50 on the line.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
Amen. God bless you. Here's $50 you won.
Wow.
And also, I have something for you to read, too, about the Lord Jesus. Let us trust in him. Let us turn from our sins and believe in the gospel. I'll pay for all your meals if you could tell me one Bible verse.
I'll give you a verse. So blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. For he shall be like the tree planted by the rivers of water. Oh.
That's great. You did a great job. If you had one message to the world, what would it be?
Love one another as I have loved you.
Miss, for 1,000, can you name me every book in the Bible?
Go to hell. No, I cannot.
No, can't do.
I don't think so. No, honey, I can't do, but I'd love to.
For 1,000, can you name me every book in the Bible?
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Isaiah, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1st, 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st, 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, James, Philemon, Hebrews, and actually you need 3 more.
And they're all epistles of Paul. All of them start with a T.
1st, 2nd Timothy.
Yes, come on. What's the other one? Come on.
Titus.
Yeah, $1,000.
That was nice.
Found the right guy for that one.
Yeah, he definitely did. That was very nice. Pure Americana. Nice to see good Christian people in America still.
Believeth. That's a good word that maybe it's very biblical. Maybe we need to bring it back more.
Believeth is the word of the day. All right, we have a couple shout-outs, even though we don't do shout-outs anymore.
We're done with shout-outs unless you catch us with a good one.
Yeah, and I got caught with a good one.
Okay.
Well, first, this is Shelby from Buffalo. This is her skin cat.
Fat, naked cat. Yeah, wow.
And he's watching the show. And we were talking last episode about how I like the skin cat. I don't mind that creature.
Yeah, that's nice.
He kind of has a rat tail, though.
And he's soft. That's what all of them have under fur, though. They all have a rat tail. So this one just shows it.
That's his authentic self.
Yeah.
The fur is just a facade.
The fur is a facade. He's a fat little skin sack boy.
I'd feed him little mice.
Yeah, it might be a girl. Look at this. You know?
Don't have to get too specific.
They
with
keep the mice away.
Anatomy of the animal.
Oh, I'm looking at the fat skin.
But the anatomy hangs out when there's no fur.
I know.
That's pretty gross.
Can't provide.
All right, happy birthday to Josh on August 30th. He turns 38, and I missed his birthday last year, so happy birthday when he turned 37 and on August 30th last year. Hope you enjoy it. Happy birthday to Josh.
Happy birthday, Josh.
And last but not least, happy birthday to Austin, who turns 36. And here's a reveal. Your wife, Leslie, got you bonus land for your birthday.
Happy birthday. Congratulations.
That's a good gift. You have so much content. You have like days of content that has not been seen in public that you can consume. All right, well, that's the end of the episode. Hope everyone has a nice weekend. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff.
Yep. You're close. You're close to sending us off.
Bonus land.
Right now.
FleckusTalks.com. Sign up. It's very important. It's linked in the description. Help us and enjoy the content.
There you go.
All right. Have a nice weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Mom, I don't want to go fight Iranians for Israel.
Joey, don't you dare be anti-Semitic!